I am from Britain, and I think it is right that I am paid the same as my male counterparts. I think it is right that I should be able to make decisions about my own body. I think it is right that women be involved on my behalf in the policies and the decisions that will affect my life. I think it is right that socially I am afforded the same respect as men. But sadly, I can say that there is no one country in the world where all women can expect to receive these rights.
I believe that it's slowly progressing, that the fact that women are becoming more equal, but I do feel like, especially at home, men are more powerful or have to act that way. But in school, I believe women are definitely becoming more equal.
Being an intramural official at Assumption, I see it all the time. The male programs are definitely more developed and they have a lot more opportunities, while female programs just seem to fall by the belt. People just don't care about them as much. So
I think that our society sees some differences with gender roles. I think that men definitely have a better pay scale, better opportunities for jobs in certain fields, but I also think that gender roles are starting to even themselves out, and I think we're starting to see more equality as time progresses.
I agree that there is male privilege in certain circumstances, like the workplace, for example, because both my parents work at the naval base in Newport and my dad makes more money than my mom.
I saw that male privilege was a big issue at my job over the summer because even though I put in more hours and I worked at the place for a longer amount of time, the guys were still getting more rewards and like they were getting chosen to do better opportunities than I was.
you see it just in TV shows and movies. Men are just considered to have to be a little bit more dominant.
Yeah, I think they are more powerful, or at least seen that way, because they're in a powerful position, so on campus people recognize them more, or things like that.
As women, we expect guys to be chivalrous, and we expect them to pay for our dates and to bring up certain situations where we're not comfortable, or we expect them to protect us. So I feel like we definitely stereotype in that way.
Take control of this situation. You know, I'm supposed to fix the flat tire, and I have no idea how to fix flat tires.
We as women always say that men have the upper hand, but I think men also feel very pressured by having the upper hand.
Especially like on the basketball court, if you get hurt or something, I just walk it off or try to just get a sub or something before anyone notices.
I agree, guys do have a lot of pressure on them in like business and stuff. I know someone who actually committed suicide because his business was going under. He couldn't support his family anymore.
It seems that there are all these emotions, but you're not really allowed to show them all, and you're basically expected to just kind of only show the ones that like powerful men are supposed to have in society.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like everyone has at some point in time due to they didn't want to show fear at that moment.
Yeah, I think naturally we see men as being like the breadwinners of the family. So that being said, they have to be the alpha male, and they have to take control of really whatever the situation is. Whether they're the reason why their family's gonna succeed or fail. So I think that adds tons of pressure and puts a lot of men under a lot of strain and anxiety and stress. That is really unneeded, I guess, because a woman could probably do the same thing.
I think that gender roles are taught from a young age just because in the past that's what people have seen in their everyday life. For example, like a long time ago, moms always stayed home and the dad went to work, so people just grew up with that, and that is the way that they were raised, so that's what they think is a normal lifestyle, so they can just continue on with that in their everyday life.
I think society pressures it just because that's what was expected in the past. Men were always supposed to be the head of the family back when gender inequality was more apparent. And it's just kind of persisted through.
With people who are seen in a powerful position, so like maybe people who are known, so maybe like a sports team on campus, or people who have some sort of power, they can start it and maybe people will follow. Maybe show more support to women, especially as like a group of men that are known around campus, and maybe like involve women and men
together, work on it. It just can't be a one-person thing. You need sports teams, major people within society to take control and make sure that everybody's equal.
I think it's really important for parents to make sure that they're giving their child an equal opportunity.
I think that it has to do with from past history, and people need to learn that to reduce the gender gap, that women can do the same thing that's men nowadays, and it's been starting to prove itself that women can now take men's jobs and stuff like that.
I feel like our generation is responsible for raising the people that are maybe 2 or 3 right now, and then our own kids to view each other as equals and to respect each other and to encourage each other to rise towards your fullest potential rather than to try to compete with one another.
It's everyone, to be honest. It's just the way we act, and women have grown themselves and proven themselves to other people, so they're doing a big jobs to help themselves, but also men have to be okay with the fact that gender equality is a good thing.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is society has to change their viewpoint, so that's change through social policy, kind of different. It's going to be a team thing. It's going to be a group of people, so some people have to step up and advocate for different things, kind of step out of the norm, kind of stand up for a different viewpoint, and see if you can get other people to rally behind you, basically.
I mean, we could just own it and, voice it when you see gender inequality or gender roles being enforced. If somebody says a woman should be cleaning or something, not to laugh at it.
If men don't have to be aggressive in order to be accepted, women won't feel compelled to be submissive. If men don't have to control, women won't have to be controlled. It is time that we all perceive gender on a spectrum instead of two sets of opposing ideals. If we stop defining each other by what we are not and start defining ourselves by who we are, we can all be freer. I am inviting you to step forward, to be seen, and to ask yourself, if not me, who? If not now, when? Thank you very, very much.